Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe and hit that notification button to always get my updates. In today's Python beginners tutorial, I'll talk about Python shell as an interpreter. If you recall, Python is an interpreter language, which means that it executes code line by line. Python provides Python shell, which is also known as Python interpreter shell. This is accessed by calling the command prompt window and then type in Python. How do we access the command prompt window? Just go on your computer's search bar and then type in CMD. This will give you access to the CMD window in which you can type in Python and then you access the Python environment. This is assumed that your path for Python is well set. So this Python shell will wait for your input command and then finally prints out the result. Direct option to access Python shell is to go to the same folder for Python and then open up this other application. This will simply create a Python environment where you can start performing your task. This is exactly the same as accessing the CMD window and then you type in Python. These two environments are going to be exactly the same. Whatever you perform here will be exactly the same as this. Alright, in this part we'll talk about Python idle. Idle is just a short form of integrated development and learning environment, which is an IDE for Python. It's a built-in IDE for Python. The moment you install Python, it comes fully loaded with Python idle, which allows you to perform your tasks. So let's try to see what Python idle is. When you go on your computer on the Windows Start menu, open up and find and locate where Python is. When you open up, you click on Python idle. Once that is done, it will open up and then it can allow you to perform all your tasks. So another way to use the Python idle is by first of all creating a script. You can do that by going to file and then you create a new file which you can try to save as something and that ends with .py, and then that script can always be called when you save as in a given location. So to run this Python script, you either place run or you place F5 and it will run. So this script we have saved, we can call it in several ways. If you are under Python shell, we can just open up the location and then we call it Python that and then we open it up. Alright, so we can run it by either placing run or F5. That will run the script. To run the script, another way is to go in the CMD. When you open it up, then go to its file location, which is now the desktop, cd desktop. Alright, so if you check the directory, that will give you the test file, which is somewhere here on desktop. We'll simply say test file.py. When we do that, it will simply give us the number. Alright, it will do its calculation and give us the number. So let's try to run something a little bit more complicated than just the x and y's. So let's define a function which is called that's going to input something from the user, and then we can say x equals input, which is going to be float, so I can say float, and the input is going to be a directive from the user, please enter the value of x. Alright, and that is given by equal, and we close that. So also we say x equals float of the input, which is going to be a direction here. Please enter the value of y. Alright, so in this case, after entering this value, let's say if x is less than y, alright, let's say print a difference of y minus x, right? Else, if say x is greater than y, we print x minus y. Alright, then we can call that function, end it with a call. Alright, so if we save this again and we go back here and then call that function, which is the test file .py, it will bring the instruction. So let's say x equals 3 and y equals 6. Remember, in that case, if x is less than y, it will bring to give us y minus x, so to give us the answer as 3. Alright, so this is how we can call this script, either by using the command prompt, navigate to that file location and then call the file with the .py, or else we can go to the Python shell, which is this window, and then open the file and run it. There's also, of course, another way of doing that, but this is what I consider to be the best way of running that file.